Loading Up Podcast. Game on.
Perfect. Welcome back to the Loading Up Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Producer Jay, along with both of my co-hosts, Brother Tay.
How much more could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
That's a good question. Also with Brother Zay.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Oh no, don't get me started on those freaking things.
It's my favorite videos. What do you mean? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Daddy, hold my hand.
You can save 50 pounds per person.
Oh my god.
I've been on airplane mode with Jet 2 holiday. But what's up, everybody?
Oh man, those always get me because it's like the most craziest things happening.
No.
Anyway, before we get started on all the news that we got this week, just want to remind you that if you're watching us on YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe. It will definitely help us out. If you're listening to us on a podcasting app, you can rate us and share us to all your friends and family for us to lend our voices to their ears. And if you look in the description in both of those things, you can see that we are sponsored by W Energy, NordVPN, and Starforge PCs. You can save some money off of your subscription, your first subscription for W Energy. If you use the link below, NordVPN, you could save the good percentage off. I always forget how much it is. They always change it.
It's 67% off a 2-year plan.
Yes. I say they always change it. It's probably always the same. It's just me.
No, they did change it at one point for the holidays, but then it went back to 67%.
Got you. Okay, so either way, you can save some money off of it. I know I have, and it's definitely beneficial. I use it literally every day. So do yourself a favor, get NordVPN. And you can also stock up on your gaming PC needs. If me and Brother Zay and Brother Matt were going at it about the future of PCs and if it's worth it to get a next-gen console and stuff like that. And he made some valid points. And if you wanna prepare for the future of everything being a PC, essentially, you can click that link for it and do all that stuff. But that'll definitely help us out. So please do that. And we thank you for supporting them, for supporting us. With that being said, what have you guys been playing? We'll start with Brother Tay.
I haven't really got a chance because, family emergencies have been kept me busy. I think the last game I played actually was... What was it? I think it was Marvel Rivals, actually.
Marvel Rivals.
Yep.
They have a new update coming out now.
Let's talk about that. I see a little too much for my liking.
This
new update. There's a lot of reasons to talk about that.
A lot of the skins for that game, they're definitely they're stretching the term skin. Like they're barely showing anything at this point.
They're aiming for a certain demographic, that's for sure.
Yes, they know their audience, and
the Gooners.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but
I was trying to avoid it.
It's they definitely got a large section of those people.
Gross. But to be fair, to their credit, at least it's like just only females. It also has things.
Yeah, they what do they call it? They objectify men as well.
Yep. That's crazy. Make sure everyone feels included. Brother Zay, let them have
equal opportunity. Brother Zay, what have you been playing?
A lot.
I've
been playing a lot. So I played and beat a game called Death Come True, which is a Japanese live action game where you make choices for the movie you're watching. It was really dope.
Okay.
I've been playing, of course, the Tony Hawk Pro Ghost Creator 3 and 4 that dropped on Game Pass.
Nice.
Yes, that I've been also playing. I never got the chance to play, so I've been playing through it now. The Deus Ex Mankind Divided.
Deus Ex.
Yes, thank you.
Mankind Divided. That's the
That was
latest
the last
one, right?
one. That's the
Yeah.
last one that they did. Yeah.
Okay.
And also been playing like Rocket League Rematch and Call of Duty. So just playing here and there, a little bit of everything. You know.
Oh, nice. Good
Yeah.
variety there.
Oh yeah.
I've I recently got back into the game Blueprints. I don't know why. I just like randomly was just like, I never actually like finished the game. And I've spoken about it before. It's a great puzzle game. Obviously, it has like great reviews and stuff like that, but a lot of people, and myself included, like you kind of get lost in the puzzles because it's like a roguelike where like you have to build each room every day and each run is different and stuff like that. So, you can get lost in that, doing the same thing over and over trying to get different stuff, but like it really like you really have to keep playing in order for the story of the game, because there is a story. It may not seem
Hidden
like
in
it.
there.
It's
Yeah.
it's hidden, but it
It
does
may be
unfold.
there, but
No, it's one of those.
it's there. That's what this type of thing.
It's one of those games that it unfolds in unique ways, and you only can experience it if you just keep playing. And that was one of my things because I think I'm on day 36 or something like that, which is like my run. I'm on my 36th run, and I'm finding stuff out just now that I didn't even know was there, and I thought I had pretty much was like close to being done. I even got to like the end area, I guess you could call it, only to find out that there's even more to do. So I was just like, what the heck? Like, I thought I was done. I thought I figured it out. I thought I found the 46th room. But no, I was not done yet. So, yeah, there's a lot to this game, and I'm really digging it now because I put it down just because I was like, I'm not going to be able to finish it. And now I'm like I'm really excited to actually figure out what to do.
Now he's doing work. It feels different.
Yeah, now that things are starting to unfold, I found the basement that I didn't even know existed. So I don't know. It's it's really good. Spoilers. There's a basement. I mean,
There's a
basement in a house. Yeah, there's a basement in a house. Go figure.
I feel like. Well, do they have an attic
these
too?
things.
Like these are spoilers, okay? No,
All right, I
stop.
won't. No more spoilers. But yes,
Did you know
there's a
there's a basement at Resident Evil 2 as well? Like, what's going on?
Oh no!
But yeah, so it's really fun. I'm really getting into it. And that's honestly the main thing I've been playing. I just bought Ready or Not, which I said right before the show I was pressured into doing, but I really wasn't. I want to try that out.
Refund it.
Refund it. It's not too late.
Where did the pressure come from? If it was your wife, then it's not pressure. That's just loyalty. That's loyalty.
No, it was no pressure at all. Like from nowhere. It was just me. No, I'm excited. I literally just bought it like the other day, so I'm excited to try that out. I also bought because it was on sale. I was waiting for this game, and you can laugh at me all you want. I was waiting for this game to go on sale because it cost $60, but I was not gonna pay $60 for this type of game. Is Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. It's a rhythm based game.
I know that. I know that.
I tried the demo. It's fun, but I'm not paying full price for a freaking rhythm based game.
You should. And I wouldn't tell you to do it, even though I am probably one of the biggest Kingdom Hearts fans.
I know that's why I was just like, oh, but it's Kingdom Hearts. I gotta get it. It might have lore because you know how this freaking
I was
this
gonna say watch be one of the most important lore pieces too.
Yes, they do that all the time. Like that's the one frustrating thing about being a Kingdom Hearts fan, and I'm glad that they have all the games. I mean, most of the games in like the collections now, because before you had to get a DS, you had to get a Game Boy, you had to get a freaking 3DS because you couldn't play it on the other one. Like it was just a lot, and it was all over the place, and I was not doing that. So yeah, I bought it on sale, and yeah, I
Well, not
played a little
bad.
bit of it.
I'm not.
Hey, listen,
What does it play like? Is it like Rock Band?
it's just like it's similar
No.
to Rock Band. Yeah, you gotta like
Okay,
match up
okay,
the rhythms and stuff like that. But it's like to the playlist of the game, the soundtrack. So,
okay. You bought it on
so
Steam or Xbox?
Xbox. I mean, it was on Steam, but I saw it on sale on Xbox, but so I just bought it there.
I'm going to look at it right now, and I'm not.
I
But
would say so.
yeah, and it's also it's something about the music too, because like every time, because you've done this, you've sent me freaking TikToks and stuff with the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack playing, and I always tell you it makes me want to play it again. It's just the music, man. The music gets me in that mode. So, this
It's
will
my
definitely like
Well,
satiate that.
that's my true
so
evil plan. That's always what I need to keep you coming back to Kingdom Hearts. You'll
no,
never get away.
I'll take the blame and pressure for this game, but not for Ready or Not.
Okay, okay. You pressured me into getting this game, or at least wanting to play it. But yeah,
Would
so those are the
you
main things I've been playing.
Very nice.
my
I guess we'll,
sanctuary, my
I
sanctuary.
guess we'll
Don't
jump.
start, don't start, don't start.
Oh no, let's jump right into the news before we get into Kingdom Hearts lore. Um, let's talk about GameStop this week. Oh man, so on June 5th, the launch of Nintendo Switch 2, news broke that GameStop had damaged pre-ordered Switch 2 consoles by stapling the receipts directly onto the boxes. And this incident only occurred in Staten Island, New York.
Yeah, Strong Island.
So they were giving out the Switch 2s and stapling the receipts directly onto the cardboard, without knowing that the screen was right behind it, and they damaged the actual screen. People had to get replacements. It was a whole big fiasco.
Why not just
Well,
tape it?
I
feel like
know,
that-
I know. Or why not just hand me the receipt? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, or yeah, just I don't understand. Like, who thought this was a good idea?
No, they didn't. GameStop got a lot of flack behind it. It would only happen at the one store. It happened to like maybe, I think like 8 or 9 Switch 2 consoles.
Jesus.
They did replace all the consoles.
Okay.
But they got a lot of flack for it, and since then they sort of turned the tables, and they set up a charity auction on eBay for the very stapler that stapled those Switch 2 consoles, and it sold for a whopping $250,000.
Someone
$250,000
why?
for a stapler.
Someone
For
bought
a
a stapler. Someone bought a stapler that broke Switch 2 consoles for $250,000. I don't understand why.
I don't understand this either.
What's the evil
Okay.
plan in this one?
I don't get why they did it, but the proceeds did go to a great cause. They went to Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
That's
It's a
just
major
okay.
nonprofit
That's just a tax
organization.
write-off. That's just a tax write-off for GameStop. I'm not letting them have that.
Okay,
No,
I mean,
that's also true.
both can be true. Both can be true. Okay, so they did send the money off to a good charity for a good cause, but this is absolutely ridiculous that they sold it for $250,000. A stapler is crazy.
That's so stupid. I don't know.
You want to buy
Yeah.
a stapler?
Speaking of Switch 2, this is a sidebar because I just had I was thinking about it the other day because I went to Target to get something, whatever, and I was curious just to see if my store had any Switch 2s available. And I didn't see them there, but like I saw somebody and they were selling a Switch 2. And it got me thinking. I was like, okay, they're selling it. Obviously, they have some in stock. And I check online just to see, like, oh, could I buy it online? And no, I can't buy it online. Why are we still doing this? Like, why is it that I have to go to the store physically to get a console? Like, at this point, it's already been over a month. Why am I still having to be forced to go into the store to buy a new console? Like, I should be able to just pre-order it online and pick it up or have it delivered to me. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. That's just my rant, because like I don't like this whole forcing you to go into a store to get it, because like that's just, I don't know. I just don't like that. Like,
That was Target that did that?
it was Target. I mean, I'm sure other
Oh.
stores do it too, but
To be fair, that sounds like a Target move. To be fair,
because I know why they did it last time is because of COVID. So like, did they see like a uptick in console sales because of it? I don't know.
no, I
Maybe
felt
it's
like
like
it was
they're
just
trying
easier
to,
to deal with people that way.
I don't know. I feel like they're trying to encourage people to, I mean, maybe it's like a business tactic. I don't know if it's a mandate by Nintendo, but like trying to get people to come to the store, say, "Oh, if they're here, they might buy a freaking gallon of milk." Like, I don't know. Like,
I was
maybe
gonna say,
that's the whole,
it's normally how Target runs itself. It's like, remember, you know this because all three of us know this because I believe we all worked at Target. Remember, the design of Target is to put all the stuff
It's
you want
supposed
and need
in the back.
So as
Yeah.
you get your stuff, you'll see stuff. You'll be like, "Oh, that looks pretty." It's like, "Oh, I do." So I haven't had curtains. I do.
Yeah,
That's the that's the whole design of Target.
that's true.
That's why I don't allow my roommates to go in there alone.
You get to get distracted.
Yes, completely.
But yeah, I don't like that they do that still. And I feel like maybe for like the first couple weeks they can do it, but at this point you should be able to just buy one online for pickup at least, you know?
You're
Definitely
making
for pickup,
sense.
for sure.
It's
You're
too much
making
sense,
sense.
right?
You're making sense. I understand it, but like that doesn't affects my bottom line. So I'm gonna need you to shut up.
Okay. Okay, Target.
I must have the monies.
Oh no. Let's continue on before this gets worse.
Yes.
All right, so on July 16th,
Let's
Steam
go.
updated its game publisher rules to include a clause that prohibits content in violation of any standards set forth by Steam payments processors, so they're banks or network providers. Following the rule change, Steam has removed some adult-oriented games from the storefront that were violating those particular rules. And listen, I'll be honest, I was never gonna buy an adult-oriented game or those type of games that they're talking about that they removed.
Yeah.
But it's sort of a slippery slope where we allow payment processors to tell us what we can and can't buy. It's not a very good look for Steam, for the payment processors. It's just overall a very bad decision.
Yeah. I don't like that. Like you said, it could lead to something worse. Like basically telling like our like card providers or whatever, or banks, whatever, are basically telling, like you said, telling us what to buy and not buy.
I was gonna say, this
And
sounds.
like, who the hell cares? Like, it's my money. Like, what?
Very true
Yeah.
at Steam, but doesn't Steam also have like age verifications for certain these games, right?
Exactly.
So like, why go the extra step to remove those games if you already have a step to prevent like age, to make sure only age appropriate people can play this?
Well, I feel
Just-
like it's because that it's so easy to just lie, just say you're older or whatever. It's not really keeping anybody out. I feel like at this point, it's gonna come to a point where we're gonna have to freaking upload our IDs to to these servers to verify that we're actually the age that we say we are. But then
Yeah.
that's a whole nother can of worms.
That already happens now.
I'm gonna say that
So
happens.
not just when you, let's say you buy a new phone in New York, right? It will ask you, what state are you in? Are you in Utah or you're in other states? Because
Really?
if you're in yes, if you're in Utah, they have laws that require you to upload your ID so they know you're overage, so they don't block certain things from you viewing on your phone.
What?
Yes. I looked into it because I sell phones, and I was like, why is it telling me if I'm in Utah or any other state? And I found out that there were laws banning certain websites, certain products on your phone that you can't see unless you upload all your identification and prove you're overage. So it's
That
like
is
it's
crazy.
going down that route, which is terrible.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Most gamers, I'll be honest, most gamers on Steam are adults anyway. Yes, you do have kids on there. Obviously, you have kid games, but again, Steam has their own, just like Brother Tay said, Steam has their own verification process, giving these companies the ability to say, "Hey, we don't like that game. We don't want it to be purchased through our systems, so you got to take it off." It's really bad. It's really bad. It's like,
because it's a pushing thing. So like, what brings us up to Steam to be like, oh yeah, this game is not age, like, because it's not like day checking.
And
Yeah.
what's to say for like other mediums, like videos on YouTube, like or like freaking OnlyFans or stuff like that? Like, why? Like, what's stopping them from not wanting people to use their payment systems on that? Like,
Yeah,
I
this
feel
is-
like it's ridiculous. Like, whatever, we joke about gooners and stuff like that, but it's like they can still spend the money on whatever they want, like as long as it's not hurting anybody.
I feel like we're
Exactly.
missing a part of that because like I feel like there should be more to the story. Like, what are I need to know what are the
There has
requirements?
to be
that
some
must
like
be-
nefarious stuff going on with those games in particular, maybe.
I need.
I mean, they don't show the game list because they were banned, but it's basically games that would show nudity or like, but even at that point, there are games out there like Call of Duty where you're killing each other,
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
What's-
Like, what is the parameter for why these games are not appropriate? Because
Yeah.
like, if it's like, oh, too much gore, I'm like, well, there goes like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that.
Yeah, there goes Gears of War gone, Call of Duty gone. What is who are they to tell us? Who are they to be the moral police? I mean, they're literally for-profit company.
This is
that's-
legit the mortal. This is legit the police.
Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, sure, the games on there were probably terrible. They were probably bad games. They were probably Gooner related, but
Let me
But-
decide that though. Let me decide for
yeah,
myself
let the
that game
people,
was.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Do we not live in a free society? What is going on?
Yeah, I think, and it's weird that you brought that up about the whole like, oh, Call of Duty, you kill stuff. That's just more of a Western thing. Like if you go in like Europe or like any of those countries over there, like you'll see that like blood and gore is very like heavily censored, and like compared to over here, like they'll really like edit the stuff out to make sure that it's not too bad. But then like sex and stuff like that, that's like prevalent, and it's like all over the place. It's just a difference of like culture. Like what they deem inappropriate is completely different. Like whereas in the West, it's guns and shooting and death and gore, that's fine, but a little bit of nudity, oh no, we can't have that. It's weird. It's backwards. I don't
It is
like it.
backwards. Yeah, definitely. I'm with you. Definitely don't like it.
Won't take my Sims away. All right, let's go.
Oh no.
Not The Sims.
Definitely.
Let's move on to Ubisoft. We have some news from Ubisoft. So Ubisoft recently claimed that microtransactions can be a good way to make the player's experience more fun in premium single player games. And I mean, I don't get it. So they want us to pay more so they could be more fun. They're just trying to justify, at this point, they're just justifying all the microtransactions that they're putting in their games. I never understood buying microtransactions for a single player game. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Like, I'm just gonna play the game as is. Why do I gotta buy something in order to make it more fun?
I feel like at that
Yeah.
point, I forget. I wish I remember. It's like those gacha games at this point because they make so much money.
That's
They're like,
true.
oh, the same shit that we complain about, like especially for like sports games. Like 2K is a prime suspect of this, where they'll be like, "Oh, the game is finished," but like if you be better or get like the cool stuff, like $100 right now. Like I just paid $60 for this nonsense. I gotta pay extra now. That's what it's.
Yeah, it's definitely getting out of control, and especially for like you said, the single player games. I don't understand like where they're even coming from with this. Yeah, the microtransactions like that always was supposed to be like extra stuff, not like main things that you probably should have been in the game from the jump. Yeah, stuff that you need.
To complete the game. It's like, oh, you want this to beat the game? $20.
Yeah.
I paid $100 for this. I got DLC.
I remember I think it was Shadow of Mordor that had that whole like post game stuff where it was just like heavily focused on microtransactions in order to complete the end game stuff. And it's just like why would you even do that? Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, it
Like,
doesn't.
and I get like DLC, whatever, that's fine. But like the microtransactions part, like stuff that you have to keep buying or that they intend for you to keep buying, that's where the problem is.
Yeah, no, that's like I just don't get it because even games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, they'll sell you XP boost so you can level up faster, and it's like it's a single player game. What do you mean I gotta level up faster? What's
Yeah,
going
why would I
on?
want to? Yeah.
Then I like as I develop, as I go through the game, I should be at the appropriate level. If you want me to level up, where's my side missions?
Yeah. I guess
why I
they're
do
trying to
this for.
cater to the whales of the community that just have all this expendable income. They'll push it as, oh, you don't need to spend money. Like you can do everything you can in the game, but if you want to, you can. And then the people who have that disposable income can just come in and just be like, I don't feel like playing all those side missions. $20, let me get the levels, and then I'll just beat the game. But it's just like, is that fun for people? Like, that's the part that doesn't click with me. Like, skipping a game to be done with it faster. Like, how is that fun? Like, why are you even playing the game at that point? Is it just like a chore to you? Like, it's just a thing you do? You don't have fun playing games. It's just I gotta complete them. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, if I don't have fun playing a game, I'm just not gonna continue playing it.
Exactly.
Even if I paid for it, it's like, okay, yeah, I paid for it. You know, why didn't you finish this game? I didn't like it. Don't worry about it. It's my money.
Right. That's happened to me plenty of times.
Exactly.
And yeah, I get burned on it, but like it is what it is.
But is that ridiculous? Like I done that before. We know. You said I done that before. Me and Bill said we know.
No.
He didn't catch that. Why did you have to
I didn't hear you.
Oh, this comes out. He's like, y'all talking shit in front of me? Like, no, we're talking.
Wow.
He didn't hear it. Dang.
I didn't hear you. My bad.
I want you to know I'm talking about you. I got nothing to hide.
Nah, he heard it back later on when he was editing.
Oh yes, I'll listen back.
It would have been the same. Because I would have forgot.
Screw you guys.
That's crazy.
No, it makes it worth it.
All right, let's move on to some really depressing news. It was last week or 2 weeks ago that we saw 9,000 people laid off from Microsoft, and we have an internal memo that was released at King. As you know, King is under Xbox now with the ABK merger, and 200 people were laid off at King, and it's reported that they were being replaced by AI. So we'll read the memo really quickly. It says, the industry is changing fast, and our businesses have been growing. When that happens, we must not only look outside at competitors and the market, but also inside. As we talked about before, we're making several changes to get the business back to growth. Unlocking many more AI tools is one recent example. Investing more in the marketing this year is another. We're fortunate to have many talented individuals at King, but also have a collective problem. The size and structure of the company often makes it difficult to get things done. So we plan to simplify the organization. Fewer layers, fewer overlapping remits, fewer hours spent on alignment, fewer people in meetings, fewer stakeholders for every project. Many leaders across King have been asked to redesign their organization to be smaller overall. And there will be new roles created in these redesigns and some rebalancing of headcount across King. But overall, King will be a smaller company. So yeah, this is I don't know. This is just really bad for me.
Yeah,
You know how
it's
to feel
definitely
about it.
not good. And I remember hearing that or reading that the AI that is replacing them was developed by them.
Yeah, they helped develop the tools, the AI tools at King.
Yeah, and then it replaced them. They were literally helping develop their replacements. That's crazy.
That's not
Um,
something. That's not okay.
no, it's not. And honest, like, all right, so it's really tough because obviously the whole AI revolution is coming at us fast. And that was one of the main, not one of, it was the main reason why Xbox and, you know, Microsoft in general laid off all those employees a few weeks ago, because AI, that was the investment that they made in AI. And I feel like we're going through another kind of like industrial revolution where automation was taking over people's jobs. And we saw a lot of layoffs. And I mean, we didn't see it, but like history has shown that a lot of people lost jobs because of automation, robots taking their jobs and like making the process faster and easier for companies and stuff like that. And now we're seeing it again with AI. And it's, I don't want to justify it and say like this is just what happens, but it's basically just history repeating itself. I don't know what the end goal is going to be because like obviously everything can't be replaced with AI. Like there has to be some human oversight in order to like fix at least some of the small cracks that happen so often. Like I can't there was a time I can't remember exactly what it was that I was trying to call for something and they put me on like you know with the AI stuff. I mean, automated messages like it's always been there, but now they're starting to implement like AI into it where like you can talk to it like if you're normal, like you can like say full sentences and it'll redirect you for whatever instead of just saying whatever word they want you to say. But you'll get it caught in a loop where you're trying to like get to talk to somebody, but in order to do that you have to like say the right thing or ask the right question. But because of that, it's like so weird. And I think that's the issue that I'm worried about. I mean, not obviously on a bigger scale, but where AI is becoming basically just a runaround and you can't get what you need done because AI is just stuck in a loop because it's happened so many times. And if everything is running on AI, then you can't get out of it. There's no solution. And then people are just stuck. So that's my main worry, that like this over reliance on AI is gonna cause a lot of issues just in general, not just with gaming. But it does suck that King is basically almost all AI at this point, right? I think they like
It's not
downsize.
all. Yeah, they downsize a lot, but it's not all of them. Because King was a big company. They're definitely taking out a lot of positions, filling those positions that do take out with AI. So definitely gonna be human presence there. But it's like what's really worrying is that this company makes millions of dollars. They make like $250 million like every other month.
Yeah,
Like that's a lot of money. You know, that's a lot of money that they're making, and it's like you just want to make more because you're laying off, you're saving money because the AI is doing it. So you just want more money. It's just greed.
Yeah, that's all it is. At the root of it, it's just greed, and it
Terrible.
sucks.
Yeah. More sucky news. Microsoft suddenly kills its movies and TV store on Xbox and Windows. So if you ever purchase, like I've purchased videos and I've purchased movies on the Xbox store, and that store is just completely going away, which kind of sucks. Not sure, not a lot of people used it, and you will still obviously have access to all your movies and TVs that you did purchase. I just think it sucks. I will always look at the sales and pick up something that goes on sale. Like I got a bunch of anime seasons on sale, so I always like seeing this specifically for the sales. So I'm not paying $100 for a season of anime,
Yeah.
but I get it. Maybe not enough people were using it, or maybe it was just too much to maintain. Um, it's still messed up.
Yeah, I mean, the optics of it are definitely not good. Like shutting down a service that people use, it comes off as just like, especially after like the news that we got like recently regarding
Yeah.
Microsoft. This is not a good look. However, like you said, most people probably weren't even using it. Um, and I think, well, so this isn't something that is uncommon because PlayStation did this like years ago, and
Yeah.
obviously like people still were upset about it then, but I mean, got over it. And then they kind of like reintroduced it, but as like a separate thing that's tied to PlayStation. It's not like you can't buy it straight from PlayStation, but you can like link your account to another app that Sony has for movie. It's very convoluted. They just kind of made it more complex, which is like, why did you even do that in the first place? But anyway, but like, and you look at the Switch doesn't even have like basic streaming apps. Like Switch 2 doesn't have basic streaming apps, so it's like you can't even buy movies on there, let alone even watch movies. You can watch YouTube maybe, but that's it. Um, yeah, so I think the whole because I think the pivot to allowing movies and TV shows on like consoles started, I want to say it started around like the towards the end of the 360 and PS3 era, um where they started allowing you to buy different stuff on the marketplace. And I think it was just one of those things they tried out, and maybe it made a little bit of money, but they started seeing like, decreasing returns, and they just decided to pull the plug. And it sucks, but on the bright side, yes, and you still have access to the stuff you already purchased. I do recommend, if you bought anything on like like movies or TV shows from Xbox on the store or whatever, to link your Microsoft account. I'm pretty sure they'll still let you do it. Link your Microsoft account to Movies Anywhere, because that service it's very convenient because it links multiple accounts from Amazon Prime, your Microsoft Store, Google Play, um, the Fandango, which was formerly Voodoo. Yeah,
It's like been
like
the
multiple
Menaces are dead, man.
yeah, like Apple TV, what is it? Maybe I guess just Apple. You can link your Apple account.
Yeah, this is Apple TV.
Yeah, so you can link all those accounts, and then all the movies that are supported, which is most of them. I think the only ones that's not supported is Lionsgate, and I think like one other one. But most of the like the big movie producers, like Disney and Warner Brothers and stuff like that, like they're on there, and all those movies will be supported on the Movies Anywhere's app, and then you could just buy it there, and then all of your stuff will be in one place. That's what I use for my kids, because like I've bought movies from different places because it's not available in one place, or it's on sale in one place, not the other. So you have different movies in different places rather than having multiple apps. Just use the one app that puts them all in one place.
Yeah.
So I definitely recommend using that. That way you can still have those movies and you can add on to it from another service. And it also has an app on Xbox, so why not?
Yeah, I definitely. There was a thing where they said something about movies. They were going away at one point, so you had to link your accounts to make sure you had all your accounts set up by. I think it was February of this year. Um, but yes, linking their accounts will definitely help you keep all your stuff in one place and save all your items. Like again, just because this store is closing doesn't mean you're losing access to any of your stuff. They will still be there. You can still watch it. You just can't purchase it anymore on the Xbox or the Windows Store.
Yeah, I think I've only bought like 1 or 2 movies on there, and it was for my
Like-
kids.
I bought a bunch of movies, but also like I brought like my wife the Lord of the Rings extended edition on there because we have we have them on DVD, just the regular version, and she wanted the extended version. So I
Ah,
got the extended version on there, which they were on sale. So it was a nice sale.
okay.
Considering the physical was like $120 and that one was like $25.
Oh yeah.
Make your
Can't
For
beat
choices.
that.
all of them.
Make smart choices. Good job.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, it does suck, but it's not terrible. There's
It's not the end of the
still
world. It's just
yeah,
annoying.
exactly.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the Oblivion Remastered and Metal Gear Solid Delta. Co-developer Virtuous faces layoffs of 270 workers cut from the company. Now, they said this about overall a 7% of studio reduction. Which I'll be honest, to me just doesn't make sense. Virtuous just came out with the Oblivion remaster or remake, and it was a massive hit. It was on Game Pass day one, but it sold so much. It sold really well, did really well in reviews. I I just for me, I don't get it. How can a company release a game that sells a ton, that gets great reviews, and they're coming out with a new game, Delta Snake Eater, and that's gonna obviously make a ton of money too.
Yes.
And then just fire a bunch of people.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me.
I genuinely don't understand what's going on with this industry. Like, I feel like the only explanation, at least in my mind, is the gaming industry during COVID blew up astronomically because everybody was at home. So they had, and then they were getting those checks and unemployment. So they had that expendable income. So they were just buying games. And all these publishers saw that. I mean, granted, Virtuous is technically independent. But like all these publishers, developers saw that and they started to basically upgrade their stuff and hire more people to keep up with demand. But now that we're out of like the pandemic, we're like they starting to realize like, man, we really stocked up on employees that we don't need anymore because now demand is kind of like went down a little bit. Not down, but like it's kind of like got back to somewhat normalcy in terms of like what people are willing to spend and stuff like that. So now like you'll see publishers, developers start to panic and try to figure out, okay, do we keep up with demand? Do we try to like just do more, or do we downsize? Do we monetize with microtransactions and stuff like that? We're seeing a lot of different stuff happening, and all of it is seemingly bad. Like we starting it like even from like, oh, like if you want to just increase output, then you have lower quality titles. Like that's obviously bad. And then the game development costs are going up too. So it's a lot that's happening at once, and I think we're just seeing the negative side of it. And I don't know if it's gonna end like soon, if it's gonna end at all. I mean, layoffs happen all the time, but on this scale is getting a little like worrisome because people always talk about, oh, the gaming crash and stuff, and I've said it plenty of times. This is the crash. We're seeing the crash. It's a slow crash. So hopefully, I mean, we say this every time there's layoffs, but hopefully it's gonna end soon, at least on this scale, because this is
really-
ridiculous.
the problem is a lot of a lot of developers that were laid off were in Asia, right? Not in the United States. A lot of them were in Asia. A lot of them were, some of them were in European teams, and even fewer than 10 were in France. So it's a lot of people all over the place that are getting laid off in the whole gaming industry itself. Developers really need to come together and like unionize, because this is crazy.
Yeah, honestly, that's the only way that this stuff can be combated, because I mean, unionization is hard because obviously there's going to be companies that will fight back against it and publishers and stuff like that. But if you're able to, definitely I would say do it, because that's job protection right there. And that's also wage protection, because a lot of times these layoffs happen not just to like lay people off, but they lay people off and then rehire at a lower rate. So to save money. It's like they're not just getting rid of the job, like they need somebody at that job. It's just they can't afford the person who's already in there. So they're gonna fire them and then hire somebody else at a lower rate. That's usually how this goes. Um, and a union can protect that. So yeah, definitely I think that's probably the only solution right now.
Yeah. It's gotta be the solution. And people have to start realizing that, who are in the developers. The developers really have to start like, hey, we gotta back ourselves up, because they're just gonna fire us. Even if
Yeah.
your game is successful. Which is worse to me.
Yeah, I don't know if I could ever be in an industry or have a career where my job is on the line pretty much at any
Every
time.
day.
Yeah,
Every
every
day. As
day.
soon as you wake up, there's a chance you might get a message like, hey, your position has been removed.
Could
Yeah.
could you imagine that this is why game development takes so long now? Because people want a career and they can't, because as soon as their game comes out, they're gonna get fired.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
that's why a lot of times you'll see development studios or like studios getting outsourced. Like you'll see, like when you play a game, you'll see in the credits, you'll see studios that you didn't even know was like involved with this. It's because like the publisher had to hire them to help work on the game because the main studio couldn't do it by themselves. And I'm sure that also increases the budget, but
Yeah, so that's
that's
good.
that's part of it. Like because they don't have enough people, because there's nobody who wants to stay in this industry because it's so freaking cutthroat and unpredictable. So
Yeah, definitely unpredictable. Let's move on. We got 2 stories left. We're gonna talk about the ROG Xbox Ally X. That's a mouthful.
yes.
Apparently the prices were leaked, and now we get an idea. I mean, it is European prices. They're in
Are we the expenses? How much euros?
yes, it's gonna be expensive. All right, so the leak price was $799 for the ROG Xbox Ally, and the Xbox Ally X was $1,000.
Oof.
Jesus.
Now I'll be honest, these prices are not good.
No.
They're not gonna make me want. I mean, you literally put like $200-$300 more, you get a whole gaming PC.
Yeah.
And probably something that will last you a lot longer or have better performance than an handheld. If these prices don't officially come down, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
At least for Asus.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like if you compare it to what's available now with the initial ROG Ally and Ally X, it kind of falls in line with that because the European pricing is not 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Well, it's not it's not translated properly into other markets. So
Well,
like
so real quick, because the translation, I told you the translation of what it could be, because the Xbox Ally X in Europe is €899,
yeah, and
which would
that's
translate to 1,050.
Yeah, so that's where a
Yeah.
lot of the pricing for like US dollars is coming from. That's not, obviously it's not official or anything like that,
Yeah.
but judging based on how they did with the current allies on the market, they didn't do that translation. So it was like it sold for 8.99 in euro or 8.99 euros in Europe, but then in the US it was also 8.99. So like they didn't do that conversion for like the pricing and stuff like that. I don't know why they do that, because like that's just confusing. Why is something more expensive elsewhere than it is here? Like, because like if a product that's made here is sold elsewhere, it goes for whatever it costs here, but in the other region's currency. But this one is not, or at least the current allies are not. So I don't understand the pricing and stuff like that. Maybe in the US they don't want to do that because it's too much. Like they just that's their base. So maybe they just realize like US consumers are less likely to spend more money on something. I don't know. But I want to say it's very disappointing if this is the real pricing, because like I am interested in it. Even though I do have an ally right now, I do see the value, and it is it's a decent upgrade in terms of like battery and RAM and power and stuff like that. I'm just I don't spending that much money. Like you said, it's a
Are you saying you
hard
don't
sell.
want it?
Huh?
It's like on a stick. You saying you don't want it?
I know I do want it. I just I don't want to spend that much. I mean, I'll have to sell my current ally for it.
That's what I pay a whole new mortgage for this game. Come on, you know.
Oh, New Mortgage is crazy.
I mean, the thing is, like, you're paying for like the portability. Let's be honest, you're paying for it being portable. Like that's the main thing, because like the power of this.
If I want portability, I'll stay with the Switch.
Well, yeah, that's the argument that people are making, but I don't think it's meant to compete with the Switch, because this is more like an optional thing. Like it doesn't have any like exclusive games to it. Like anything that is available now can be played on that, including like PC games and Xbox games on the PC app and stuff like that. And potentially, maybe later on, we'll see backwards compatible with our current consoles. But for the power that it delivered, and it really just depends on what you value, because like on the surface, like based off the specs and stuff like that, this is like an upper mid-range PC. And if you're gonna do that, you might as well just buy a PC. But it's also the portable factor. So like there's a lot of variables to consider. But still, like spending even close to $1,000 for a device like this is a very tough sell. And I know like Phil Spencer has gone on record in saying that when they released the Elite controller, they were hesitant because they didn't think that it would sell, because it's just a controller, but it has so many features that are very beneficial. It feels nice to hold, and people bought it. They freaking expanded on it now. Like you can even customize it. Like controllers are like the one thing that Xbox knows how to sell for whatever reason. And yeah, they're using that knowledge and that learning experience that people are willing to pay a little bit more, even if they don't need to. So I guess this will be and it's also like the logic behind the PS5 Pro. Like PS5 Pro is really not that big of an upgrade, but people are willing to buy it because it's still an upgrade. So I don't know. It really just depends on how you view things. I don't think the Xbox is banking on this being like they're not like. No. Yeah, they're not like this is not going to be the end all be all for them. Obviously,
No,
like this is more of an experiment.
Exactly.
No.
it's definitely an experiment for them. That's why they partner with ASUS so they can do this instead of making instead of like having their own out there. They partner with ASUS because they want the data from this to see if their own handheld from Xbox would do any better.
Yes.
So
And I
Sure.
think I think this is just the first step to that. However, I do think that pricing needs to be adjusted even a little bit. I think if they do want like actual data, they can't be pricing it out of people's like budget, because the people who are gonna want this it's gonna be enthusiasts, and is that really enough data to tell if a mass market device is going to be worthwhile to make? Because like whatever Xbox makes, their homemade or like internal handheld that they eventually will release, that's supposed to be marketed to everybody, not just enthusiasts. So if you're going to sell an enthusiast device, that's not accurate data for a broader appeal device that they're planning on. At least I think they're planning on. So I don't know. It really, I don't know what kind of data they're looking for. Maybe they're just using this as a way to test out their Xbox OS thing. I don't know, but I do feel like if they are planning to release a more broader appeal device later on, then they have to get the price right for this one at least. Maybe bring it down a little bit. It doesn't have to be like freaking $400, $500, $600. Like, I mean, the base Ally, Xbox Ally is gonna be like $600. So I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, nothing is official. This is just
Yeah.
leaks. It could have been doctored. I don't know. Like, I don't think anybody's verified its validity.
No, it's definitely nothing official.
Yeah. So we'll see. It could just be all fake. It could be fake news. So
Yeah, definitely. Now I guess we'll jump right into our last story. And it's
Yeah.
about Crafton,
Yes.
it's the parent company that is under, I guess they're under hot water.
Oh yeah.
So
Say what you did there.
so they are the parent company to the video game Subnautica 2. And Subnautica 2 was supposed to release this year. Day one on Game Pass and everything this year. And they had some bonuses that they were going to give the developers for releasing the game this year. And it turns out that they delayed the game to 2026 and effectively wiped those bonuses away. And I mean, it was big. Everybody was pissed off at Crafton. There were talks of a Subnautica 2 boycott because of Crafton, and it was a big mess over the weekend. We did get word that Crafton came out with receipts. They came out and said, "Listen, we hear you. We hear that you're upset, but the 3 lead developers who were set to get the $250 million bonus after the game came out really haven't been working on the game, and they are behind on development. So they had to delay it. So they showed proof of them not being ready to release this year, and everybody's like, "Oh crap!" Now we got like our foot in our mouth because they were just literally ready to boycott the whole game.
Yeah.
And they sort of like had to save face for themselves, but not really. Like, they were doing the right thing because these 3 lead developers who were set to get that bonus, they were just like not doing anything.
Not doing anything. Yeah.
They weren't working on the game to be released this year. They were just taking what they thought their bonuses was going to be and just doing whatever they want, which kind of sucks. So Crafton had to make the hard decision, and now there's a lawsuit. The 3 lead developers want to sue Crafton, but Crafton already came out and said that they're going, if the game releases in 2026, the actual developers of the game can still get that bonus but I don't think that includes the 3 lead developers
No.
because now they're in a lawsuit with Krafton. And
Yeah.
it's this whole week has been a big mess for Krafton, for Subnautica 2, and the developers over there.
Yeah, and I think this story should be it should be like it should I'm trying to figure out how to say this.
Take your time.
It should
We're not
open
going nowhere.
people's eyes. It should open people's eyes that sometimes, not all the time, sometimes developers are just not doing their jobs. Like I've heard like
It's
a
always
lot
a
of no, a lot of people they almost always try to not try to. They take the side of the developers because, it's the evil publisher. Oh, it's EA, they're doing the bad thing. Like not everybody is just innocent, I feel like a lot of times we just kind of paint the picture that it's always the publisher's fault. And granted, they are in charge, so they do assume responsibility for most things. But at some point, sometimes the developer is just not doing what they're supposed to do. Like I remember you remember Scalebound that was announced for Xbox. It was an Xbox exclusive made by Platinum Games, and it got canceled after numerous delays. And eventually got canceled. People were upset because it looked so cool, and they were blaming Xbox for doing it and stuff like that. And Xbox, like, they kept quiet. Like, they didn't really say anything. They didn't really comment on it. It took, I think, like 2 or 3 years after the fact for Hideki Kamiya, who's not at Platinum anymore, to basically open up and admit that it was the studio's fault. They were missing deadlines. They were constantly like asking for more money and not delivering on promises. And they just weren't well equipped to develop the game that they promised Xbox. He said that in an interview, and he apologized to Phil and Xbox and the team for like wasting time and money and stuff like that. So it happens. It's not crazy to think that a developer is just not doing their job. Not every developer is great. Not every developer is innocent. Not to say that we should always blame the developers, but sometimes you have to kind of look at the whole picture and see that maybe there is more going on here. And that's also we should look into. I mean, we shouldn't look into, but we should keep an open mind for why games like Everwild got canceled, or why Perfect Dark got canceled. Like, it's not just because the freaking Xbox just decided, fuck this, we don't want this anymore. Like, no, they spent a lot of money on it, so I would assume that they would want it. But whatever happened between like the publisher and the developer, like in terms of development and progress and stuff like that, we'll probably never know until later. But there has to be a reason for it. So I think going forward, we probably should be more aware of this stuff. And this is a good example why, because sometimes it's just shit happens, But at least they are upholding their bonus thing that they said, because that was the main thing that people were getting upset at, that they delayed the game supposedly to avoid paying the bonus. I mean, that sounded fishy on the surface, because like, why would you do that? That's fucking shitty. Like, but clearly there was a reason, and I'm glad that they're still gonna offer the bonus whenever this game releases.
Yeah, no, it did sound fishy, but also it sounded fishy, but also it sounded like, yeah, that sounds right. The publishers are probably assholes.
I mean, but yeah, that's the thing, because we're so used to being for publishers to just be the asshole, like we're thinking of EA and Ubisoft and Activision and Take-Two. Like, I mean, obviously those are the big ones, so like it makes sense why they'd be freaking assholes. But like, we're so used to that. So then when we have a situation where that's not the case, we're just like, oh, what? For real? Like, no, that can't be true. It's like, but it is. Like, they showed receipts. Like, they have the proof and evidence to back them up. So it's like, what can we say now? Oops. My bad.
Don't believe.
Well, that's
believe.
That's, I guess, the beauty of the internet, because like everything's there. You can go back, you can see you messed up. Just take accountability to like, hey man, sorry, Crafton, you were right. now let's move forward. You know,
Yeah, that's expecting way too much from the
You want
internet.
me to-
Like,
You want me to
accountability.
How?
What is that?
You. About from. Why would
I
I
am
listen
old,
to accountability?
right? How dare you assume that I could be wrong?
And I can let them make the blame. Why would I step up? That sounds like work.
it's the problems
Exactly.
with you Americans.
The Americans, you Americans,
We mean by you
as
people.
you sit in your house in the Bronx.
What are you talking about? I'm on a Jet 2 holiday.
Yeah, there we go.
Full circle.
All right, that's all we got for the news, everybody.
Oh, okay. All right, so that'll be it for us. Remember, if you're listening to us on a podcasting app, you can like or share us and rate us so we can branch out and reach more people. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe. Interact with us. Also, I forgot to mention in the beginning of the show, I
No.
did a live stream last weekend, and I
Yeah,
had a
do
lot
more
of
of
fun. I want to do more of that.
Yeah.
I was playing Pokemon, and it was frustrating, but it was fun. But
It was such a great stream. Do more.
yes, I'm gonna do more. I'm planning on doing more. Yeah, so tune into that. I mean, it's on the replay. If you look in our channel on YouTube, you can check it out. Yeah, so check that out, and also check out our sponsors. They're in the description. W Energy, NordVPN, Starforge PCs. And
Yes,
with
sir.
that, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
This is
Later,
Slim
you.
Radio.